Before I say anything, please like and subscribe because it really helps the channel, and hopefully more people, since Google does some sort of magic trick with, if it sees that a lot of people are interested in the vlog, then more people will see it. So it would really help the channel, would really help to get the message out. So please like and subscribe, yeah, that's all. Guys, so great to be back. So I took one day off yesterday because I don't know why, but I felt guilty a little bit. But it also felt good. One day of peace. But I'm so happy to be back. The other day, because I'm more and more interested in how you tell stories with, be it a vlog or be it a movie, I got this audiobook, The Hero's Two Journeys, by Michael H. and Christopher Vogler. These guys kind of help people that write stories for movies in Hollywood. And it was really interesting to me because they talked about the hero's journey. So one of the two, I forgot who it was, based it mainly on the book The Hero's 1000 Faces by Joseph Campbell. He was the master of mythology, so he studied everything he could find about mythology, and at the end he was a professor for mythology at Sarah Lawrence, this school for women upstate New York that is really famous, and he taught there for like 30 or 40 years. So Joseph Campbell got really famous for his interviews for Channel 13 called The Power of Myth. That basically summed up all his experiences about mythology that he accumulated over the years, and he gave these interviews, and when they were aired, he was already dead. He died shortly before that. So that was kind of his life's journey to give at the end these interviews, and they're really amazing, so check them out. I'll link them below. When Michael and Christopher talked about the hero's journey, that was really interesting to me, because basically what they were saying, that there's always kind of the same storyline to pretty much any Hollywood movie. So you have a hero that faces obstacles, and he doesn't even know how to overcome them. Even though he might be reluctant to take on the challenge at the beginning, he takes on the challenge, and then there is a transformation that happens, and the transformation affects actually the inner journey and the outer journey. So you have the outer journey, he has to travel somewhere, do something, accomplish something, and then obviously the inner journey, what is basically how do you change on the inside when you take on the challenge. And what they also described is that the inner journey always has to do with letting go. So he has to let go ideas about himself, whatever these ideas might be, and that's kind of the inner journey. It has a lot to do with transcending beliefs about oneself, and what they said ultimately is letting go of your ego. You might have to say, well, I thought I was this, but now I'm a different person, and then there's a transformation, a change on the outer world as much as on the inner world. So the outside is changing, the inside is changing as a reaction, or maybe the outside is changing as a reaction of the inside. What it was always my idea that, like ultimately the outside doesn't change that much the inside, but the journey might change the inside, but the inside always changes the outside. Because if you change on the inside, the outside always will change. And that made me also realize that at the moment we are in an enormous transformation. Because they also described, obviously, the hero is not perfect, as we all are not. And the hero is afraid. And the hero doesn't, or is reluctant to take on the journey. He finds excuses, or she finds excuses, why not to do it. But at the end, because the hero also realizes he or she doesn't have a choice, he has to take on the challenge. And then they just go and do it. So aren't we at the moment all heroes? Aren't we all, because that's what it also relates to. It relates to the human experience that we all go through. Now, usually some of us go on a hero's journey. We're all in a way on a hero's journey, but I think a lot of us never really accept the challenge. So, because what happens when the hero gets through the challenge and achieves the transformation, he also gets the prize, whatever it might be. It might be a love interest, it might be that he can do what he always wanted to do, or she can do what she always wanted to do. So there is a prize by overcoming fear. And that's what every hero ever created faced. They're also afraid, we are also afraid, everybody's afraid. But the journey is to overcome your fear, take on the challenge, and then realize there was no reason to be afraid about, because you might have just had a strange idea about yourself that wasn't really true. So and then in that moment, the inner and outer is changing, because you realize on the inside that's not who I was, on the outside things change. But maybe that's the time right now. So maybe we're all forced to be heroes. We are all challenged right now. And we can take on the challenge or not take it on, as many of us have done for the longest time. The thing is, when you don't take on the challenge, obviously, nothing happens, nothing changes. So the fear comes first, and then there comes the action. And maybe the action only happens when you realize that what lies behind you wasn't that great either. And that there is a chance, and that is obviously also true for all hero stories. They have a past, they have a present, but they see a future that inspires them to take the risk to better themselves, better the world, and ultimately be happy in having a better experience. And I think that's a big question at the moment. I mean, can we see something that is better what we had before? And are we willing to go on the hero's journey? And obviously, Joseph Campbell called his book The Hero with a Thousand Faces, not out of the fact that he didn't have a better idea about calling it something else, but he definitely called it this way because it's always the same hero, but the hero has different faces. So we are the heroes with 1,000 faces, or hopefully it's a bit more than 1,000, and there is a great opportunity right now to go on a journey. It's not an easy journey, and the hero will have to face many obstacles. But I believe it's worth taking on the challenge and just to see what lies on the other side. Now, the rule of the game obviously is that we don't know what's on the other side. Otherwise it wouldn't be a challenge. But as I mentioned before, maybe there's a better version of the world out there. But it will not be saved to us on a silver platter. We will be challenged, and we will have to take risks, and we will have to find out maybe who we truly are. Maybe we're not what we thought we were, and now this challenge will enable us to make the transition to our full potential that we weren't living before, because we didn't face the challenge. Challenge is only faced when the pain that we experience can't be tolerated anymore. That's the only way that anybody would say, look, I had it. That's it. I'm going forward now. So, are you a hero? Are you ready for the challenge? Are you ready to discover who you truly are? Food for thought. Thank you so much. I see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I see you guys soon. Bye for now.